Oh, this microphone. I'm so sorry. Just a second. I just had to add it back in. Is it not too loud? Because all my settings have gone. I've just had to reinstall my things. Oh, I hate it when things don't go properly. So yes, sorry I'm a little bit late. I've had some technical difficulties with the internet and obviously my microphone. I'm just going to clear this up. So hello Ems, hi Beth, hi Mona, no volume. I'm so sorry. Honestly, drives me insane. It should retain all my settings, but then it just disappears. So I don't know what's going on with it at the minute. So this is the image that I'm going to be colouring on today, which is what I've drawn. So these are my Halloween pumpkins. You can get these over on my Facebook group, Shell Art and Colouring Friends. Now I did say to everyone, I put a poll on, a bit of a vote thing, to say where would you like me to do it. So YouTube won out. So if you are a member of Shell Art and Colouring Friends, the file for this is in the file section. Can go and print it off. Just don't, all I ask is you don't share the image or the coloured image. Says the one who's showing it myself, uncoloured, on YouTube. So yes, these are the colours. So I'll just hold these there if anyone wants to take a screenshot of them. These are the colours I'm going to be using for the pumpkins. Now I'm going to do a green and white pumpkin with a bit of orange in, and I'm also going to do your traditional orange pumpkin. So there'll be two different things. So hi Ruthie, hi Mona, hi Molly. So yes, we're going to be colouring. This is my own image, what I've drawn. I have been sharing it over the things, but obviously I don't sell my images. I do give them away until I'm a little bit better. I'm a bit childlike drawings at the minute. So if you want to colour along with me, head over to Shell Art and Colouring Friends. Obviously if you're not a member, I can't see. If you do need to add yourself as a member, just let me know and I'll quickly add you so you can get it off if you want to colour it. So I've coloured this one and I've drawn that one, and I've also drawn this image, which is my trapped in a bottle. So they're trapped in here. Before they got trapped, tried to put a sign up in the window to get them out, but now they're trapped inside this bottle. So that's my other image that I've drawn there. So I will be colouring that at some point as well, once I've got past all these whips. You did do a white pumpkin the other day. I seen it, Ems. It was absolutely gorgeous. I think I commented on it because I was like, oh, I love it. I love white pumpkins. I did one in my Jasmine Becky Griffith one the year before, was it last year? So I'll show you the pictures that this is on screen, just so if anyone's writing them down, you can see them. If you can understand my writing. Oh my gosh, I'm able to finally catch you live. Yay! Hi Rian. Is it Rione Blue? Rione Blue. I'm saying that. Hi Lulu. Well, I was just thinking, I was checking, I didn't see anyone scheduled on, so I just thought, right, just jump on. Because I was going to go live on Facebook, but the vote for YouTube run out, so I'm thinking, oh gosh, I never even thought to check if anyone was on. So I've had a look and there's nothing scheduled, so if I have gone over the top of someone, I do apologise, but space is running thin. I'm just going to share this in Discord, just so people, if they've been following, know where I am. So how's everyone been? What are you all up to? Have you got loads of Halloween plans? Are we all taking the kiddos anywhere? I've just sent a request for the Facebook group. Okay. I'll just go on to the group just to see. Oh, there we are. Hello, Molly. I've just approved you, hun, so you're in. I'll leave that screen open just in case anybody else sends a message. But basically what we're colouring today, this is just a Google image, but it's this kind of pumpkin. So we're going to be doing this kind of pumpkin and a normal orange pumpkin. So I'm going to use this up for reference. I can't put it on screen because it's obviously copyright. So I'm just going to keep that up in front of me here, so where I can see it. And I'm going to add my own fleur to it as well, so it won't just be directly from that picture. Hi Sammy! Lurking today, but got YouTube on the telly whilst I adult. Oh, nice one. I loved seeing your little bump the other day with Chip chilling out on your belly. I bet he loves it, doesn't he? So cute. Okay, so let's get started on this. So I'm going to do the big front pumpkin as the orange one, and we're going to be using pine green and hooker's green. Oops. And May green, I think that is. Yeah, May green. And then a bit of burnt sienna, cadmium orange. I think that's dark cadmium orange actually. And then dark chrome yellow. And a little tiny bit of, well, I won't be using a tiny bit of iris. So you can see them colours that's in that pumpkin are basically in my going to Screenfest tonight. I'm so excited. Oh, I went to Sker Kingdom on Wednesday. I loved it. Trying to finish up on my Halloween colouring. I have 4 more to do. We're at a Halloween party tomorrow with the kiddies. Oh, lovely. Morning, Barbara. Ronnie or just blue? Oh, Ronnie, so the H is like silent. Okay, okay, Ronnie. Ronnie or blue, but I love the way your accent hits my name. Loads of people say that because I used to, when Dana used to watch, I used to call her Dana because it was D-A-N-A, and I just read as I see it. I'm terrible on pronunciation. Really, really terrible on pronunciation. Like, shocking. So if I slay your name, I'm very sorry. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to firstly go in, oops, I don't want that sliding down everywhere. I'm going to go in with burnt sienna, and I'm just going to go over the lines that I've already done just in this very centre, just to deepen up or to emphasise that there's a crevice or a crease in the pumpkin. Crevice just does not sound right at all. And these are all going to come out they're going to be orange in the middle. I'm just going over my line there. I'm not going to do that outer edge one, just the middles of these. There's going to be some freehanding work here. If I do miss some comments, I do apologise, because I'm doing it as a colour along. I might spend a lot of time staring at my page telling you what I'm doing. So if I do miss anything, just chuck it back in caps and say, Cheryl, you've ignored me. Answer me. So I'm sorry about not live streaming last night, but I started a new blood pressure medication, and originally the doctor wanted me to take it at night and meal that I've been on blood pressure medication for 12 months, and my normal medication's not working, or it is working, it's just not bringing it low enough. So she wanted me to take this new med at night, and I'm funky with stuff like taking medications. I'm not a very good medication taker in general. So moving on to dark cadmium orange. So when she said you need to take it at night, I freaked out and was just like, it's going to drop my blood pressure dead low in the night, and I'm just not going to wake up in the morning. So I didn't take it, and I pleaded with her to let me take it in the morning with my other medication, which she agreed to. But I think yesterday it was the first time I took it, and I think it just dropped my blood pressure a little bit too low, which ended up making me feel rather weird. I was at Bent's with my mum, and I went all funny. My mum didn't find it funny. I was just like, oh, I feel like I'm going to hit the deck. Hi, Tara Lynn. Good after, well, it's morning for all you. It's after good afternoon for us lot, but hi Kirsty. So I'm coming out with the dark cadmium orange, and I'm just gonna come out from that dark line I've already put in. Not too much though. There is, like I said, there's going to be a tiny bit of freehanding colouring to do as well if you want to do this green pumpkin. But when I do the normal size pumpkin, you won't really need to freehand it, it'll just be shading. But you will have to with this, because I don't want the orange, we're not going to blend the orange with the green. We're going to draw, they have to be separate because then they'll muddy up to different colours, and that's not what we want. So once I put these lines in, I'll blend out a bit of that brown. But this is starting to give us our texture to the pumpkin. Hi Corey, how you doing, honey? Our little COVID buddies. I think we both kind of got each other through COVID a bit, was constantly messaging, and then poor Corey got COVID as well. I'm glad you're on the mend now and you're on the better side of it, honey. But it's like we all got COVID all at the same time. I was lucky and got away with it, I think. Even though the kids were like, I was still hugging my kids even though they had COVID. It really didn't bother me. I did freak at first when I found out they all had COVID. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. So yeah, hopefully I'll try and keep up with you chatting, but I think it's more important that I explain what I'm doing. So this is going to be your unusual kind of pumpkins, and there's going to be no blending at this point. So we've got 2 more to do. And my kids are downstairs watching a nice little Halloween programme. The dad's just gone off to work, he's on late shift. Oh. So he'll not be finishing till after midnight tonight. The joys of a Saturday night on a Halloween weekend as a bus driver is probably not fun. No doubt he's going to get the bus egged tonight. Because I think every year he's had his bus egged. It's my son's birthday, he's 22. Oh, happy birthday, Terrelyn's son. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terrelyn's son. Happy birthday to you. That's a Shell to sing song for you. So yes, if you want this image, I will be putting my other one up tomorrow for a Halloween giveaway tomorrow. I'm just struggling how to share the PDF, because at the minute I can send it on Messenger and I can send it on into my Facebook, but I can't send it to people. I was trying to link it in the description, going back to burnt sienna. We're using burnt sienna. We just used burnt sienna, and then we've used cadmium orange, and now we're using burnt sienna again. And I'm just gonna deepen up that brown again, just in the centre. Just a little tiny bit of blending it out. I'm sorry. Google Drive, Shell. Oh, so I send it to Google Drive. Right, I'm going to have to try and work that out, because it's been frustrating me all night and all morning, and I'm like, I can't get it into a shareable link, and it's on my iPad. I drew it all on my iPad, and then it's like I can't get it off my iPad, and then I found a way of sharing it through. I shared it through to Messenger from my iPad, and then I took it off Messenger, saved it to my computer, but then I can't, it won't give me a shareable PDF, so it's let me share it in the group, So you can get it off there, but it's just a bit frustrating. I'll try it out, Emily. Thank you very much. And hello, how are you? And good morning. How's your kiddie winkles? Oh, someone's kids. Oh, set outside. Ooh. So this year we aren't doing anything for Halloween. We'll be at the door and we're answering the door to the kiddywinks that are out there. But my kids, we've decided we're not, just because of my two of my kids have obviously just gone through COVID, and it's pretty much still very much out there and affecting people. We've decided that my kids aren't going trick-or-treating this year and we're staying safe at home, having sweets and movies. What a fun time you and your son must have this time of year. Hey Jodie, how are you? You having a coffee? And a cake? I can't make out what the other one is in the middle. Okay, so what I've kind of done there is my take on the, I nearly showed you all my printer before now, crazy. Is the orange bit in the section, you can't see now because it's glowing on it, but yeah, there's the section. So this is where the free-handed fun will start. So before I do that, I'm just going to come out with dark chrome yellow 019. And we're just going to come out from that orange just a tiny little bit. Just a tink a little bit. And then soften the edge, because then I'm going to add the green. I'm going to add the green to this. And it's a bit of, it's just wiggly lines. It will be a bit of freehanding, but nothing too much. Just wiggly lines, I promise you. We're doing well, carving pumpkins today and prepping for tomorrow. Yes, we're carving pumpkins later on. I've bought 2 big whoppers from Benches today. So we're carving them. We're going to have them at the front door. And I'm just deciding what to watch for the kids now tomorrow night. So we're going to get all like, going to make some fish fingers. I was going to say then, I'm going to make some finger hot dogs. You know where you chop the end off and make it look like a nail. I'm going to put ketchup everywhere and make it look like blood for tea. And then at Asda they're selling these Halloween pumpkin shaped pizzas. So I think we'll go and get some of them. Oh, there's some funky thing in my paper there. I think when I ordered this, they sent me some random paper because it's not, I don't find this paper the best to colour on. So I'm wondering if they sent me the wrong one, because there's no tooth, it's shiny and smooth as anything. Well, it's alright. I'll get it to work. You upload it to Google Drive, then share the link to the file, select view only and set the permissions to anyone with the link. Also, if I give like, I wonder what link I've sent out. So the link that I've give out, can people edit it? Whoops. I might have to check that out. I'll sort that out in a bit. Because I'm sure it's not on a view only link, it's just a link from Word. I put it on Word and then saved it as a PDF, but I don't know if I set it to view only or not. Oh, I'd have to find out. Thank you very much, Emily, though. I will have a look. I never thought about saving it to OneDrive. So hard work, technology, do you not think? I'm not trying to limit it. My taste is off. Oh. I miss coffee. We're doing carving. cooking and lurking. No worries, Lou. I'm not trying to limit it. My taste is off. Coffee tastes weird, like nasty weird. Gotta wait for my taste to come back. Yeah, Kian's the same. He still hasn't got his taste back yet. It's so bizarre. So now we're gonna go in with the darkest green, and we're gonna do our wiggly line on each one. So it's not going to come out loads. So I'm going to point to this, I'm using pine green for this because I want the darkest green. And I'm going to freehand, just kind of like looking at my reference picture, and all I'm doing on the reference picture is this bit here. It's hard to see, I know, but it's just this bit here. And we've got to kind of just freehand as wiggly. It doesn't have to be amazing, just has to be a squiggly line. You know me and my freehanding and my crazy stuff that I do. So I'm freehanding that. Oh, you're welcome. I just hope it opens alright and I've not shared the wrong link, because knowing me, I've just given everyone access to change my image and everything. I'm so clumsy with stuff. The technology side of it really baffles me sometimes. So as we get down here, we're just going to go smaller with our wiggly line. We'll do the glowing, burning mouth and stuff. Shall I can help you if you want. Did you create it in Procreate? If so, if you export it as a PDF, then people shouldn't have access to your edit files. I did, yeah, created it on Procreate, and then I sent the link then to Messenger from Procreate, and then I opened it in Messenger and saved it. I saved it, and then I opened that in Word and put my little copyright logo in, and then I saved that file from Word as a PDF, and that's the file that I've sent. It's that file that's on Facebook. So I don't know if it's on a view only or not, but I'll check it out. But yes, please, if you can, because I'm new to all my drawing stuff. If I freehand and draw, I just scan it on my computer and then I can just do it as a PDF file, and that just works. So I'm just going to do a wiggly line here. On the one side, and then I'm still in view, aren't I? Is it printed it fine? Oh, belting, that's good, Mona. Thanks for letting me know. So this is as much freehand, so we can all do a wiggly line. So then, don't mix it in with your orange. We're going to run a harsh line across that orange. Make sure you're keeping your lines curved. You're following the same curve that I've drawn in. And then we're just going to press in really hard pressure. No blending is required in this bit. You can go over it again if you want to, but we're not going to do that today for speed, because I want to try and get through two pumpkins. But I just need it to be a nice harsh, still curved line, following the same line as we've put in. So the only freehand you need to do is a straight curved line and a wobbly wiggly line. In any form that you want. I was able to download it and print it all is good my end. Is it letting you edit it or anything, Terrelyn? I think it's just if I've sent the one that's editable, I need to make a link for one where no one can edit the image. So still with pine green on here, I've not changed my colour or anything. So all I'm recreating here then is this. It's going to keeps reflecting. So can you see how it's got this harsh line against the orange? That's what that's what I'm recreating, this harsh line. I'm going to go back in with the orange and deepen it up, and we're going to add more sections of dark green as well in it, and just little splats of this dark green as we go along. Hopefully I'm not covering the image too much with my hand. Is it allowing you to edit it though, Terry Lynn? Just tell me if does it say view only when you open it? Is it just literally you can't do anything just apart from view the image? I never thought about putting it on view only. I'm terrible. So on this section I'm not bothered about it being a sharp pencil or anything, blunter the better. It is a very basic picture. I'm hoping that obviously my drawing skills will improve over time, but I'm not too worried about. I said to my daughters, does it look like a kid's colouring book? And she's like, after I went, yeah mum. I was like, that's good. I'll improve to the adult colouring stage eventually, but there's no rush. So this side, and they're going to have like a slither of green towards the top. You can either draw your line as you go, like I've done, or you can just draw it in first and then go back and fill it in. I got a pumpkin, one of the pumpkins of the kids yesterday in our frame, opened it, she went, bloody hell mum, she went, it's full of, it looks right fuggly, it's full of all these like bits, I can only save it, I think it should be just fine. Oh, that's good, Mona, so, right, okay, that's good, so I must have sent an alright link. But yeah, Emily, thank you, I really would appreciate that, because the iPad thing really confuses me. But then I really need to learn how to use Procreate properly as well. I just sit there and doodle on it and create. It's like my little emotional friend when I'm feeling a bit bleh. That's when my brain goes a bit imaginative. Like, this came into my head and I just thought, oh, and I had to stay up and draw. It was up till like 4 in the morning. That's what happened with my sugar skull and my little rings. I just get this image in my mind at stupid o'clock in the morning and I think, right, I've got to draw that. Won't making me think of pumpkins, I have no idea. It's looking a bit stripy and liney at the minute. I wonder if this is going to go through an ugly stage. But this is, you are going to see exactly how my process is when I have these crazy mad ideas to just get a reference picture and colour it. And I've no idea how I'm going to start it or finish it. And it just goes through these stages of, oh gosh, is this going to look right? And then at the end it just comes out. So stick with me if it looks a bit liney and strange. I'm hoping by the end it's going to look not like that when we start adding more detail in. Okay, so we're going to go back now to this is meant to be, I've put it in wrong, it's dark, so if I write dark here, dark, it's dark cadmium orange 115. Just going to go back to that, and we're just going to deepen up that colour and kind of blend a bit more. Darken up that centre section. Might look a bit like a watermelon for this one, just a little tiny bit. Good morning, Alex, how are you? Hi Melissa. I don't know if I said hi. Hi Jamie. I'm just missing everyone coming in because literally my head's down and I'm colouring. I should have another device with the chat on open, to be fair, on the other side of me so I can see. I think from a colourist point of view I'd probably lighten the dark lines in it, because if that wouldn't have been so dark I think I would have been able to blend that out a bit nicer. Might be that I just have to use a darker brown. And then now we're going back in with dark chrome yellow. And I'll run this into the green a little bit. This looks a little bit too stripy. So you're going to see my flaws and everything live. Where I think, oh, this doesn't look quite right. It's looking rather stripy. But I'm hoping it'll come out looking alright. This bit I forgot to do the orange here. Yeah, so this pumpkin I bought's got all these like funky impurities on it, like something's growing on it, and our friend's like, that's a proper ugly pumpkin. I went, but they're meant to be ugly. And she's like, not like that. I'll just put a picture on Instagram when we've done them all. So I'm just going to come back in with a bit of dark sepia. It's not on my list, but hopefully you can see that says dark sepia. Funny you say that, Shell. I've heard people are carving watermelons because they can't get pumpkins. I've not. I think like the main places like Asda and stuff like that, they've run out of pumpkins. But I got one from a garden centre, quite alright. But watermelon's probably a lot easier to carve than a flaming pumpkin. Your hand kills you when you've done a pumpkin. Yeah, this is a bit better with this dark sepia. I'm just trying to get that line to not look as a liner and look more like a crease. The sun is beaming through my window. It's a lovely day today. Then I've just been the waste centre and I had to hold my nose because it was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I hate the smell of tips. Hi Evelyn, how are you, honey? I hope you're much better now. So at this point I am literally smooshing these layers together rather than layering them up. I'm smooshing my polys again. We're going to go back over with the dark cadmium orange before we move on to the next bit. Because these bits here, what I'm colouring, these are meant to be like the, you know, our pumpkins all bounce around. I'm trying to make them look like the segment of each bit. So yeah, learning from drawing, I would probably make either my lines a lot slimmer or I'd probably do it less dark. Interesting to see what interpretation others colour it like. But I love the Trapped in a Bottle. I can't wait to do that one. It'll be like glass. I love doing glass. So I'm going back now with dark cadmium orange. I'm being blinded by the sun. Smooshing! I'm smooshy douching. And then I'm going to smoosh all these together again now. Hopefully I'm starting to get more of a indent shape rather than a straight solid stripy line. And even though I'm going over that dark chrome yellow, it's still, you can still see the brightness of it underneath, but I'm kind of going over the top of it. It probably still looks a bit stripy. There's something lumpy in this paper and it's driving me nuts because there's nothing on that paper underneath. There's like little lumps in this paper. I think they've sent me duff paper. I was only raving about it the other day. So once I've covered all that yellow area, I'm going to start on with our main pumpkin bit. So we're going to come back here with pine green. I'm just going to sharpen it because we're going to do some work at the top of the pumpkins now. Oh, I can't see a thing, the sun's burning. Oh, I hope they don't linger long. Hi, Laurie. When I smoosh polish, it seems to rub off and get splotchy. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? I don't know when mine, our Kian's just loving that he can eat stuff he doesn't particularly like. Whose birthday is it? I just seen a happy birthday. I cannot lie, I'm here just to hear Shell talk. I love her accent. Oh, Ev. Is it your birthday, Evelyn? Well, in that case, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Evelyn. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Many happy returns. Have a lovely day. I think my microphone has gone really loud. Is that better? Not too loud now. Yay, it's my birthday. So, let me just have a look what it's like at the top of this pumpkin. So, the stalk. We'll go up to the stalk in a second. I'm just going to go over some of this. It'll muddy it up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. This is, sorry, pine green we're using now. You did. I've just sung to you as well. I'm just going over the top here, just in this little tiny area here. Just darkening it up just there. And then I'm just going to go round the bottom, over the top of that orange. Getting a little pumpkin bottom here doing. Ah. I know if I do see Tonya, she'll get sung to as well. Everyone gets sung to if it's the birthday. Right, so what we're doing now, we're going to start with May green. No, we're not. Ignore me, ignore me. We are going to go back in with pine green now, sharpened it, pine green 267, and we're going to put a little line down the centre of each segment. Little line down the centre of each segment here, following the curve, don't forget. Hopefully I'm in frame. Just going to put them in, and then we're just going to do a little bit of blending next. And then, so now we're moving on to May green. And what we're going to do is going to go along lightly Then I go towards the centre, and we're going to go all around the edge of the lines we've put in. Hopefully I'll be able to show you both pumpkins, but I have to watch because Renee I think is on at 5 o'clock. So we don't want to be overlapping. So I've got 45 minutes, so let's see what we can do in 45 minutes. Laurie, I'm using polychromos, and if you want to just have a quick screenshot of that, these are the colours that we're using. And as I'm changing, I'm telling you which one I'm using off my list. So if you want to do a quick screenshot, I'll leave that there for a second. Hey, so far it's been good. I renewed my licence so I can drive for another 4 years without worry. Oh, that's lovely, Evelyn. So yeah, if you screenshot that. So now we're moving back. This is May Green, which is May Green 170. And we're not going to come all the way out, just a little tiny bit towards that centre. Up to that centre line. It's kind of got like a dimple in or another section just in that centre bit, but it's just nice and soft pressure. So we get a nice little blending edge. Not pressing on too hard. It's weird seeing my own picture come to life. No worries, Laurie. That's fine. So up the centre line again, just coming out a little tiny bit, no further than what I'm doing here. And then we're moving on to the next one. And down the outside. That reminded me of a song. They must be watching something funny down there, them kids, because they're laughing their heads off. It's funny. I love hearing them laughing. It means they're not up to no good. I mean, my kids are old enough to be downstairs on their own. I don't want people thinking, oh gosh, she's leaving her kids on their own to live stream. Is Renee on at what time does she come on? How many? I don't know how many hours Renee's in front of me. I looked on the streamer schedule, but maybe the times have changed then. I thought she was on UK time, which is, it's now 4:20. So she's on in another hour. For Renee streams. Because you come on after Renee, don't you? I know that. You're on it. Is it 7 o'clock my time? So I might need to just do a bit of conversion. Once we've got them lines in there on this side, hopefully it's starting to look a little bit more pumpkin-y now. It's 10 AM Pacific. Pacific is, trying to think how many hours Pacific's behind me. Okay, so Eastern is 5 hours behind me. Central is 6 hours. So it's Pacific 8 hours behind me. Okay, so long as I'm on, I'm fine. If I mean, I have to come off anyway because I've got to call the shops for food before they all shut, so I will have to come off anyway early, but I just don't want to be running over somebody else's stream time because I don't normally stream on a Saturday. But with me missing last night, I thought, oh, well, come on, and I'll just colour one of my own and do a bit of a colour along. Stop it, you little monkey. We've got Vader sat down here outside of me and he keeps grabbing his door with his paw and let it, because it twangs on the cage. I call it a cage, it's his crate, it's not a cage. So what I'm going to do with this here, I'll go up the outside of this first, and then I'm going to put a layer of dark green around the edge and then bring this back in. Yes, it keeps banging it so it bounces back and hits the crate, thinks it's hilarious. So I'm going to just go all the way around the edge here. Better. So we're leaving a centre bit for the ivory colour. I'll be using leaving a bit of the white space on the paper anyway, because I want to have like a bright white section in it. And because I'm colouring on white paper, we'll have to use the paper to our advantage. I'm not streaming today, I'm building miniature castles. Not sure anyone wants to see me gluing stuff together. Hey Evelyn, craft is craft. There will be people who will want to watch you make them castles, because I started buying my little girl the little rooms, you know, like Belinda did. My daughter saw Belinda's and she's like, Mum, they're them houses I wanted to do. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, I really want to make them. So obviously through Belinda, seeing it on Belinda's stream, I had no idea what Alicia was talking about. Just moving back to Pine Green 267, just to go along the line I've drawn here. It was only through seeing Belinda's video, my daughter seeing it, she was like, them's them what I want. So I was able to get her the house, because I had no clue what she was talking about. And she kind of had no clue what she was talking about either. She didn't know what they were called. She just knew they were these houses that you built, and you built them room by room. And I was thinking she's talking about a doll's house. So Evelyn, there will always be someone who will want to watch you sticking and gluing little buildings together. I'm intrigued to know what castles you're building actually. Anything's crafty. So back with May Green just for a second here. And then we're going to add some splodgy bits of that pine green around it in a second. So we're just getting the basics in here. And then we're going to use ivory. So I'll get my book back. So ivory 103. It was Angie that gave me this idea. When I was watching Angie's videos, she has them all in a thing, and she just, in a line like this, and she points to the colour she's using. I thought, how good is that? As long as I don't forget. Hi Lynn, you following along later? No worries, that's fine. So I'm going to come in with ivory, and I'm just going to blend that out from that May Green. I don't know how much you'll see of it, but just in the very centre, I'm just going to leave the white space of the paper. Just in the very centre of these sections. So basically just using the ivory to blend the May Green into the white paper, because I need it to have a bit of a white tone to it as well. The only thing that I don't like is the harsh line, so I might actually do something about that harsh line. Sorry guys if anyone's following along and I start changing my mind about how I want things. So just make sure you Just a tiny sliver of the white space, not loads. I mean, I don't know how much you can see on camera of ivory because it's very light on white paper. It's literally like, I don't know if you can see it there, it's literally just slightly off. Honestly, half of it is the art, but the other half... Oh man, have I missed something there? Kids in new clothes. Belinda got me started doing miniature houses. They're cool, aren't they though, Evelyn? Hi Claire, how are you? Hi Joyce. Hi Vicky. Anyone else I've missed coming in? I'm so sorry. I've got heads down explaining what I'm doing, so I am missing a fair few people coming in. So long as you've got like a little tiny sliver of white running down the middle, and that's alright. So you see everyone colouring the normal traditional pumpkins, and I thought, well, why not do a different kind of pumpkin? And I've seen a few, like I said, Ems has done one on hers on Instagram. She's posted a picture. She's done the white pumpkin, and it's amazing. So I just thought, right, well, I'm gonna have a bash at doing a different kind of pumpkin as well. And as I'm learning to do it, you're gonna colour along with me. So I'm just going to come back with May Green on here. I just want to deepen up that edge a little bit there. And then from that, these lines we've created in the middle, May Green 170, I'm just going to bring like a shadow of darker out from that little line that we did. AM California time. Wow. Hello Ambient. How are you? So it's early morning for you at the minute. Yeah, I totally get you there as well. With that, you like it's like a bit of a both, isn't it? You come to watch and you also come for the conversation and the social side of it. And I'm only deepening up this line in the middle with May Green because I don't want it to be too dark. I just want it to look like a bit of an indent, but not too much of a dark harsh line. I was up at 5:30 AM. Wow, that's early for a Saturday, that. So I'm just going in the centres of all these, and it's starting to have that effect now, what was showing everyone in the pumpkins. It will never look completely realistic. Obviously this is the pumpkin we're going for, which is here. It will never look 100% realistic because it's not drawn realistically. So, but we're going to do our best with it. We're going to put all the dimply bits in a second once we've just got all the basic shading done and how I want that to look. And then I'm going to come in with Hooker's Green 159, and I'm just going to blend out this bottom green bit here with Hooker's Green, and I'll do the top as well. nice and soft into that May green. And down here. And we're going to come to the top. The wood patterns are on point shell as well as the perspective from front to back. Oh, thank you very much. I have no idea whether things, I don't do all that. I'm not trained, so I am literally self-taught. So it's kind of just go with the flow with me. You get what I get. Some things I do wrong and some things I'm not sure about, and I'll ask a few people, I'm like, what do you think of this? And they'll be like, your positioning's off of where this is and where that is. And I think, oh, but that's where the lack of training comes into it, I suppose. I need to learn more about positioning and apportionment and stuff when it comes to art. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add in out of this reference picture, and we've got some like divots and pots of dark green, so we're just going to add all them in now. And what I'm going to do, oh hi Nana, how are you? So we're going to add some of these in, and what I'm thinking of doing as well, I'm going to go back to Pine Green 267, and I'm going to blend that line out a bit, just purely because I'm not happy with it being so straight. Sorry, changing minds, I know, but this is what I'm like. I'll just kind of blend it into the green, into the orange, because I just don't, I'm just not a fan of it, and I think it'll look better. It's probably going to really grunge it up a bit, but and Sonia is kicking my butt, not long walk or eek. Oh no. I did think you have been in some late streams when I have, and I think, oh, Nana's up. I don't feel too bad now. As I've been in some late ones. I think the Colourathon knocked me right off. So I don't lose too much of that orange and it goes too good yet, I'm just gonna kind of go in just certain sections of it and try and break up that harsh line, because although it looks like a harsh line on that video, I'm not too keen on the way it was looking. It's too straight for this picture for me, so I'm just gonna break that up in places but leave some of the orange showing in places as well. So I don't want to lose too much of the orange, and you can muddy it up a little bit. Orange and green can be like a bit of a khaki colour, but at least this way I'm losing that harsh line, but I'm not losing all the orange. I think I'm much happier with that. Is it looking alright? Because it's first time I'm doing it as well, it's not even like I've pre-done it. I'm literally winging it with you all, with a reference photo and a colour palette. I always have insomnia, but I hate it when my body clock reverses and I miss the whole day. Yeah, especially on a Saturday. You like going shopping and stuff on a Saturday. Saturdays used to be my favourite day. Before my daughter went to dance and stuff like that, me and my mum always used to go out shopping on a Saturday and go and have a day uptown and just have a nice mooch around and stuff like that. And now my daughter goes to dance and it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it kind of, you can't really go out, but obviously it's worth it for my daughter to dance, so I'll get them days back when she's older. Whoa, I was making breakfast but just seeing your pumpkin, I love it. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. It is very confusing, Alex. I get that. I get all confused with the times and stuff. If I didn't have Angie helping me with that stream schedule for the colourathon, it wouldn't have even happened. And now this all the times start changing again, don't they? They go back again tonight, tomorrow, early hours in the morning, something like that. So yeah. It's a very confusing thing, all these time zones and where people are and what time it is. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. Yeah, I do Saturday mornings rugby, Saturday afternoons dance, and then I take my daughter to dance on a Monday, a Wednesday, and my son to rugby on a Wednesday as well. So yeah, they all do quite a lot of good activities. So we've blended them lines out a little bit. They don't look as harsh anymore. And now we're going to go and start making these little lines and pockets. So this will be completely your own work now. Just do what you feel is kind of necessary. So I'm just going to start making like random blobs of, sorry, I'm using pine green 267 still, and I'm just going to use random kind of splotches coming from the centerpiece, and maybe it runs up here a little bit. It's purely your own. Yeah, Through the Night Tonight. UK is 9 hours behind me, I do believe. Whoa. Oh, thanks, Ems. I know I need to watch time because I need to catch the shops before. I mean, Asda doesn't shut till kind of quite late, but. So this here is kind of your own little, do your own little doodling. I'm going to kind of use pine green first to make these darker splodges. And my kids are going to hate me in a minute because I'm going to be like, right, we're going to we're going shopping now, get dressed. Is next Sunday. Yeah, I think we're all kind of different, aren't we? So when you've done your own kind of bits, just go into your next section and add some more in. We'll be doing some more in a minute with the other colour, but I'm just gonna do my own design. I'm just pressing on really hard as well because I need it to go through them layers. And then in a second with the other green we're going to kind of make some veins. I'm not covering what I'm doing now. I'm always conscious that you can't see what I'm doing because I forget to look at the screen as well, and I'm like, oh, I'm covering it up. The unconventional pumpkin. Yes, it's a good pumpkin, isn't it? I think through colouring it I've kind of know where I need to change some things. Because like these eyes are probably better off being finer. Just got Colouring Chicks Halloween to Xmas Book. It's gorgeous. Is it gorgeous? Is it Have you ordered the physical book or the digital one? I just love colouring chicks anyway. Work is amazing. Oh, thanks, Lou. Well, hopefully you'll all be able to do it now. Watching The Nightmare Before Christmas for the 100th time. My little one loves it, and he's asked for Jack Skellington for Christmas. I just love Jack Skellington. I would watch it all the time as well. Once we've got all these in, doesn't matter if you have loads in one and none in another. Well, not none, you need to make sure you're doing it in all, but we'll be using the other colour. Yeah, scan it on paper, that's what I do. I've got a other book, which is out here somewhere, because I was looking if there was a portrait one in that I wanted to do. Absolutely love them. I love Christine Cameron's one as well. I have that, but I literally, if I colour on them, I scan them in, so the book's not actually coloured, but I do have pages that I've done where I've just scanned the book in. Even joining some of these up, we kind of come away from that little thing we've got there, the edge. What I'm going to do now then with Hooker's Green, which is 159, I'm just going to do some kind of like little, there's like some lighter veining stuff going on here, so that's kind of what I'm going to do with these. So I'm kind of just going to, using my pencil right this way up, I'm just going to scurry it round and make some kind of vein type lines coming round, and hopefully it'll give us that. I love doing her art on Strathmore. Oh yeah, I love Strathmore paper. My pad though that I got, I must have got a dodgy size, because it doesn't fit, and I have to trim it down to, I have to put a piece of A4 on it, and I have to trim it down to fit in my printer. I was pressing on too hard there then. I noticed I'd moved my hand down. You won't get loads of room to do loads of these, but just enough to, so it gives it that kind of effect of veins. It's a cool looking pumpkin. Wayback Machine washing Edward Scissorhands today. Oh, Edward Scissorhands, I've not seen that in ages. That is so cool. Edward Scissorhands. So hopefully I've been able to explain what I'm doing alright. So then you can follow it. Sometimes I do get carried away with chatting. So yeah, once we've got enough of them veins in, I want some over the other side and down here. I've not done these here. Luke's awesome. Oh, thank you. I just love films. I just adore all the Tim Burton films. Oh no, they're so good. Johnny Depp. I was laughing because my husband showed me this TikTok video of this guy they called Captain Crack Sparrow, and he dresses, it looks like Captain Jack Sparrow, but he's obviously a drug addict, and it's the way he's walking. He's wearing these like pirate looking clothes, and people actually go round now to look for him. But if you actually Google on YouTube Captain Crack Sparrow, he comes up. It's hilarious the way he walks. There's loads of people just getting videos of him now, and he's obviously someone in Britain, but he's on. I don't know if it's that Spice or something or other, but he's he can't walk straight, but he's dressed in as a parrot. Hilarious. I watched The Little Shop of Horrors last night. That's the one with the captain, the captain, not that eating plant thing, isn't it? So, and now I'm gonna go back to oh, I've not got this on, but this is dark sepia. If it'll connect, dark sepia. And we're just going to go around the edge of here. Might not be able to do the other pumpkin, but we'll see. What time is it now? We'll see. I think I can go till 5:30 then. Because I need to get food for tea, or else we'll not be eating. So I'll put them lines in and all them shadows. And then I'm going to move to Pine Green 267. I used to be... Hi Amos, how are you? Drop Dead Fred. Oh my gosh, I've not seen Drop Dead Fred in ages. You made me want to watch Drop Dead Fred. Love Beetlejuice. I only watched that not so long ago. Let me just sharpen this because it's only a small space. So this is Pine Green. I'm going to bring Pine Green in here in the centre. Kind of emphasise that bend in the stalk. I'm kind of running that along here. And just up there. Then we're going to come out from that a little bit. And then we're going to move on to Hooker's Green. Edward Scissorhands. Used to watch Drop Dead Fred and love Beetlejuice. I love Super Hollow. Beetlejuice, yes. Drop Dead Fred. So many good Halloween movies there was. I was watching Gogglebox yesterday, last night. It's a reaction to TV programs that we have here in the UK. It's hilarious. I absolutely love Gogglebox. And they were watching Freddy, and I remember Freddy, and I said this on my Scare Tag stuff. Freddy was my ultimate horror when I was a kid. It scared the living daylights out of me, and it scarred in my brain because my friend made me watch it when I was about 10. Because her mum and dad were horror buffs, and it haunted me. And I was watching it last night, and I was laughing at how Freddy looks now. He looks, honestly, when I was a kid, he looked terrifying, but now he looks not so terrifying. May Green 170. I mean, some of them poses that guy does before he swaps that glove. It's hilarious. if I go over to that one. And then I'm going to go back to Pine Green 267. They used to say in Waldorf education, that's kids' TV before 8, they could form their own images in their mind. I always thought there was some wisdom in that. I'm just going to come in with Pine Green here and try and take that effect of black off and highlight around the eye. Not highlight, but I mean try and darken it so it looks more like part of the pumpkin than the black line that I've drew. So if anyone is colouring along with this image, please do share it on Shellarty and Friends, and tag me in Instagram if you colour the picture. I'd love to see your interpretation of what you do with your pumpkin. Well, this is more your exotic kind of, like Emma said, your more unconventional pumpkins. The pumpkins you see in the likes of a continental market or a not your standard supermarket type of vegetable. Well, it's not a vegetable, is it? It's meant to be a fruit pumpkin. So, am I the only one that watches the Rocky Horror for Halloween? No, I think Kirsty was saying a bit further up, Evelyn, she watches Rocky Horror as well, because that's the one with that flower. I always remember that with that, is it Venus flytrap it's got in there? Quite cool. You watch it all year round. It's made me want to go and watch all these old films now and show the kids what were like scary when I were a kid. I won't let them watch Freddy though. I just thought it was hilarious when they was on Gogglebox last night. They were all like, "Oh, Freddy!" And I was laughing. Yeah, it's the one horror film from a kid that I was like, I'm never watching that again. Or allowing my kids to watch it. Well, it seems to be the kids are growing up way quicker than I did when I was a kid. I mean, I was still playing with Barbies at 10 and 11, I'm sure. I mean, my daughter at 10 wants to start go shopping with her mates. Rocky Horror is Tim Curry and drag. Little Shop of Horrors, yeah, that's it. I'm getting mixed up now. Little Shop of Horrors, sorry. I don't think I've seen the Rocky Horror Show then. I'm just going around all these teeth lines and just blending it out a little bit just to give it a bit more of an edge. So we've cut into it with the knife. Can't believe I never knew about the trick about getting all the gubbins out of a pumpkin and to twist it and twist it and twist it till it all comes out in one great big thing. Oh, thank you, Ambient. That's lovely to say. Thank you. I just hope I'm making it easy to follow, because obviously I'm doing it along with you. I've not done it. I've just picked the palette basically. And I'm like, right, let's see if this pumpkin works. You know what I'm like, get many streams like that. So I'm just going to go back in the centre here, just deepen up this bit. Just layering this up now. I'm not adding any more dark sepia because we don't need that. It looks cool. I'm actually loving seeing it come into life, actually. Because it's alright drawing a picture, but then you think, oh, well, what will it look like coloured? Absolutely, it looks pretty cool coloured, actually. I'm pretty chuffed with it. And then back with May Green. I haven't missed a colour right, have I? I don't think I've gone here with hookers enough. I'm smooshing these polys again. The instructions are very clear, hon. Oh, that's good. Hi, Emma! Did you do the monster mash? Did you do the mash? I'm trying to sing that song and it won't come to my brain. I'm back with May Green. I have such screaming kids where I live. So let's just do the glowy bit. So I'm going to need my Holbein. This is soft white. Now in the instructions here I've just put soft white Holbein 501, but you can use any white that you have. If you have a Derwent Chinese white, you have a Prisma white, you have a poly white, you have any white you use. I just love my whites for highlight. This Holbein's white for highlighting. So in the centre of the eye I'm just going to put this, and again here, and it will just prevent it from going too yellow because you want to use kind of like the white of the page. I'm just going to do a nice little zigzag bit kind of in the middle. It's got a bit of yellow mixed in with that. So then we're going to go in with dark chrome yellow 109. I'm just going to sharpen it. I'm just going to go round all this edge here. With this, because the little candle's in the middle. I was going to draw a candle inside, but then I thought, nah. We won't do that today. And then here's going to be right at the top here. And then just around these edges just here. And then we're going to go round the edges of the mouth and the very tips of kind of like here, but bearing in mind this is going to start being really bright here in the centre. We just do little tips of these ones that are a little bit higher up. At the inner bits of the mouth. And then we're going to use Cadmium Yellow 107. And we're going to come up there. Oh, kids shouting at someone. I have to go. I may have to go see what they're shouting at. Shell, you will have to do a. Shell, you will have to do us a snow tutorial. I don't think I've ever done snow. I'll have a bash. Most definitely will have a bash. So I'm just going to come down to certain parts of the teeth. Teeth. That's my accent, that, I'm sorry. Teeth. Ambient, that is the link to Shell's Facebook group. If you go down the post, you will find the PDF. Yeah, it's in the files section. I've give this image away today, and then I'll give my other image that I've drawn out as a freebie tomorrow on Halloween itself. And I'll probably colour that and upload it as well. And then we're going in with Ivory 103. Oh, the green's getting mixed in there. I knew that would happen. Oh, the green is getting mixed in. It's got a bit on my ivory, I think. Yeah, well. I don't know if I've ordered the wrong paper, I'm not going to lie. It's like really just going back over the top of it with 107 cadmium yellow. And then in the centre's just left with the Holbein white. And I'll use that to blend in all them colours again in a second. Yeah, if you go and join, you can get the images from Shell Arty and Colouring Friends. All I ask is that no one shares the uncoloured picture anywhere, but you can colour it on your channels, or you can colour it and post it on Instagram. Just tag me in it, because I'd love to see what you interpret with my image or what you colour with it. I'd be highly honoured to see it out there and coloured. So I just need to come back with ivory now here. And then I'll smoosh it all back together with the Holbein white. Oh, Monster Mash is stuck in my head now. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Hopefully I'll see loads of these now from this Colouralong. You'll all be doing them. So I'm just going to go back to Dark Chrome Yellow 109. Just deepen that up. I think I'm just going to add just a bit of this here. Probably add a bit of dark. I've got a bit of terracotta I might add, but I think it's lost its layering now. Well, it's come out better than I expected anyway. It has come out good. So just want to use a bit of terracotta, which is 186. Join the Facebook group, guys. We'd love to have you all in there. Yes, definitely come along. I'm going to start trying to plan out where I'm going to do a Facebook colour along once a month, if I can sort it out, as well as the private stream and stuff. If I can, then would love to have you all there, because sometimes you get people that's on Facebook that aren't on YouTube and stuff, or don't watch YouTube. So I want to start doing like a colour along once a month, just especially for the group, and then I'm giving a bit more to the group then as well, and not just on YouTube. But I don't want to commit too much. I need to get through my accountancy exams first. So they look like they're nice and hot inside now. I'm much happier with that now. And then I'm going to go back with Holbein White. I'm just going to use that as my blender. It's bending, it's not staying in my little rubbish pencil extender. I'm going to come in here and really brighten them up. So look, I think he's looking really cool. And the only thing I think I would change is kind of like, it's more my drawing of it. I'm not so happy with the stripy in a bit, but it's never going to look realistic because it's not a realistic drawing. Yes, I've got 2 exams I need to get through, because my course was when COVID happened, so the college had to close and quite a lot of us got affected, and I failed quite a few exams because of just not being in college and not being able to concentrate and having the kids at home. So the college have done me an amazing favour and given me so much extra tuition to help me get through my exams, so I've got to kind of do that. So for a cartoon or that type of colouring, I think it's come out really good. Like I said, because I've put the black lines in, maybe if I was to draw it again, I wouldn't put, make them lighter. Now I've coloured it from a colouring point of view. I think it looks good for a cartoon kind of one. This one is, so that's A4, so I printed it on, it's an A4 size, so if you print it out, you can print it out full size, but I changed this to an A5, or else I'll be colouring for 5 hours. So yeah, that's that one, the traditional pumpkin. What time are we on now? I've got 20 minutes to think I could do that one. Let's have a see. So for that one, I'm going to be using, let's have a see, what am I going to be using for that one? I don't know why them purples are there, and I've mixed them in. Sienna. Want a bit of green in this, but I don't want them greens. I might use a bit of May green, and I need my yellow. So we're going to do this one above now. So I'm going to cover the bottom of that up because I don't want to rub on it. So for this one, I'm going to start off again. I'm going to start off with Terracotta 186. Shell, I missed most of the stream, but I'll watch back. It's looking great. Oh, have a lovely day. Thanks for coming along. So I'm going to start off with this one, terracotta. I'm going to darken it up as well. He's got two little holes, this one. I didn't want him to have a triangle one. Trying to think, oh, what can I do to him to make him look a bit different. It looks more like a piggy one. Hello Miriam, I didn't notice you there. Thank you for coming in. How are you? Hi Della. Hello, hello, hello. If anyone spots Renee coming on, please let me know, because I really don't want to colour. I'm just checking I've not missed anyone coming in. Just let me know if she comes on and I'll come straight off, because I don't want to stream when it should be Renee, so let me know. Oh, did you watch Tammy's handbag paper craft? Oh, I loved it. I went, oh, I've got some paper. I don't think I've got any card though, so I'd have to have a look what I've got. But how amazing are them ideas? Gift bags for Christmas and stuff like that. I am well making some. How are you, Della? So I'm just keeping this light for now. Oh, you've got the monster mash. It's stuck in my head now. This one shouldn't take as long because it's not as detailed as that other one. I've been having a fan of my polys lately. I've been using them in pretty much a lot of videos. I've not had them out for ages and I just thought they need some love and care. Show your reference photo, Shell, so people can see what you've used. For this one, 45 minutes, so 6 o'clock my time. Okay. That was the reference photo I've used for this one. And this reference, I don't have a reference photo for that pumpkin. I'm just kind of winging the colours of this pumpkin off memory. But this is just going to be your traditional pumpkin. Just your traditional orange pumpkin, but I like finding ones that have got a bit of something to them, so they're not just orange. There's some funny pictures. Look at that one. I might do one of our pumpkins like that tomorrow. Use the stalk as a nose. Never thought of doing that. That is absolutely cool. I'm gonna do that. I've got one with a stalk that would work on. I just love pumpkins. I love them when you burn them with candle and they start smelling. These are all like, here we go. So like, I like doing the pumpkins a bit more like, see they've got the green on, so mine's going to look a bit more like that. They're a bit more natural looking than just orange. So there will be bits of green being added to this. I'm good. Been cleaning and getting ready for my sister's birthday party tomorrow. Oh, there's lots of birthdays lately. I've sung twice today. So what I do is go in with the darker colour here, and then I'm going to use the lighter colours, and then I'm going to go over with the darker colours then, the brighter oranges, and then I'll add the greens in and stuff. I'm so trying to explain and then keep up with chat. So next up we're going to do dark chrome yellow 109. And we're just gonna literally do the same blending, so medium to light pressure. I'm just going to leave that middle section for the yellow, for the lighter colours, the highlight. I love it when we're all getting back to normal. We had a rough few months, haven't we, everyone? So put all these undertones in first. They're cracking me up what they're laughing at downstairs. I think they were watching that Monster Family 2 earlier on. So I think they might be either still watching it or they've gone on to something else. It is. We're all glad Ev's back to feeling normal, and Corey's getting there as well. And anyone else that's not been feeling too great. I'm just glad everyone is back on the road to recovery. Then just literally running this around the edge of where I put terracotta. Just softening my edge towards the centre, so when we use our next transition colour it blends nicely. So then we're coming in next with cadmium yellow 107. I'm just going to colour that in. I'm definitely going to be finishing my witch off on Tuesday morning stream, so don't worry if you've I'm still going to do that on Tuesday. I was going to finish it Friday night, but obviously didn't, so I'll do that Tuesday morning. I know it's going to be November then, but for me, I love Halloween, so I'll be carrying Halloween into November. So I've got loads of a few whips that I need to get through, and I've probably just added another whip on because I need to do the wood and the background colours, which is going to be purple, a nice purple blend from light to dark. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to come in with burnt sienna, which is 283. I'm going to come in the middle I'm just going to do what we did the other side. Just darken that crease up a little bit. Creating more of a look of shadow rather than that dark line I've done. Finished a fireplace whilst watching Shell Colour. Wow! I know my daughter wants to get hers back out and do some. We did some. It took us ages. They're so fiddly. She got one that had a little ensuite in the room, and you had to make a toilet roll. You had to make the toilet roll stick. The little bar of soap. The stickers are so tiny. I'm trying to get this one done before my time runs out, so I'm just going to speed colour a little bit if I can. I don't know on the speed colour, but I'm going to need to, else it's not going to be finished. I really want to know what they're all watching because they're giggling their heads off. And in this top section here, just to darken. So how many's printed it off already? How many's got it saved? This image. Can't wait to do the bottle one. I think I'm going to do that rainwater effect on the window as well when I do that. I loved doing that rainwater effect when I did the backgrounds. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with the bright orange. I'm just going to make sure it's quite sharp, my pencil, because before I'm going to come in fact, let me just bring some of that. Let me go back to dark chrome yellow first and just bring that out from that brown just a little bit more. And same here, bringing that out just a little bit more. I've saved it, I do. Oh, so there's a few hands up there, thank you very much. Sometimes you draw these things and you don't even know if people will like them. I just thought they looked quite kiddie. They're more of a kid drawing, I think, than an actual adult book. But hey, well. You're going to have to put more shelves up to store them. Well, at least you're displaying what you've done, and that's the main thing, isn't it? They're not just getting shoved back in a box and left. Like my poor colourings, they just get put in a file or shut in a book, and that's that. So now I've filled out this a little bit more. I'll be coming in with the darker orange in a second. Oh dear. Just bear with me 2 seconds. It is, yeah. Going to be orange. So what I'm doing now with dark cadmium orange 115, I'm going to place in our little veins. This is going to be a traditional pumpkin. I'm just going to hand draw these in. Making sure I'm following that curve of the pumpkin as well. Very last, coming from that point round. Same down here. Nana's cooking supper and I've not even had my tea yet. Then I'm going to come in with this, really deepen that up. Everywhere where, oops, I've just gone out the lines there. And then just going to blend that in. Trying to keep that so I don't rub this bit. So I'm pressing on a little bit harder here and then lightening it off as I travel up towards that segment. It's kind of like I've put the undertones in before I've hit it with these really warm bright oranges. I'm going to flick it so it softens that off and then just blend that edge out. So all under here it's going to be orange. And I'm going to start that orange again just here above the mouth, just so that when I do the yellow inside his mouth for the flames that there's a bit of a difference. It's really draining the colour. It's like bright orange to me, this, and it's on stream. It looks like a very yellowy colour. If I pull it out the light, maybe. See how it's more this colour rather than the yellowy colour? It's the glare is showing it. Trying to get it to show what it, how orangey it looks. There's a bit of orangey there. I didn't know we were streaming. Yeah, streaming today. Only a one-off. I didn't stream last night, and I've drawn these images that I've done, so I thought, oh, I'll go on and I'll do a nice little Colouralong pumpkin tutorial. Again, I might add a slightly darker, brighter orange into this as well. If I've got time, I'll just see where we are with time. I'm flicking this orange up. I'm moving round to this side. I'm pressing on hard as I'm going round the edges. And then I just want to flick. Oh, you're welcome, Marilyn. How are you, Marilyn? Yeah, it's a bit more like an impromptu. I was going to do a Facebook Live, but everyone said on the comments, go on YouTube. So that's what I did, but I am going to start doing a few Facebook Lives. Because I think I started out, before I came to YouTube, I was doing live streams on Facebook. So I think I will go back to that eventually. Let me have a look. I think I want to add a slightly brighter orange. To be careful because some of these are more like a red and I don't really want a red. No. They will look orange, but they're not orange. That's a good one. Then I'm just going to come in with Scarlet Red. Now this is not on my sheet. It's not going to show you, is it? So let me add it to my sheet. Scarlet Red. So it's like a burnty reddy orange. So it's Scarlet Red 118. We're going to add in. I'm going to add some of my green in as well in a second. I'm going to come up here and really just flick that red in from each point. And it helps to flick with these orangey red pumpkins because they've got a lot of like lines and veins in them. When you look up close to your pumpkin, so it kind of helps with that pumpkin shape. I know I'm just being wormy of time as well. Oh, thanks, Nana. Been lurking while trying to find my next page to colour. I'm not on Facebook and found it in book 1 chapter 4, so I'll try out Shell's pumpkin tutorial. Lovely. I'd love to see it when you're done. So I'm using this more of kind of like a texture colour to add texture to the pumpkin. As well as to brighten it up. I'm going to add a bit of green to this pumpkin as well. I've downloaded the app Tony mentioned for picking books colourists and I'm still unsure. Oh no! It would frighten me, that app. Purely would show me how many things I have that I shouldn't have. It's like the Ruby Charms colour chart book that makes you realise what you've not got rather than what you have got. I'll take an actual picture of this, so if anyone's colouring along, you'll see how orange this pumpkin looks, but it looks like a yellowy orange on camera, and it's not. It's actually quite a dark, bright orange. But sometimes the camera throws the colour off a little bit, so I will take a picture and pop the picture in Facebook and on YouTube comments, community tab, sorry, just so you can see how orange it actually is. I think it'll start to look, I'm trying to get it so you can see it without that glare on and what it looks like. So for down here, I'm just going to run it along the bottom of here. I love my little pumpkin dudes, they're cute. They're so cute. But this is what I'm like. I had a palette and then I start colouring with it and then I'm like, nah, I need to add a bit more to it. So that's added on if anyone's colouring. I'm actually chatting but can't hear Shell because the boys are listening to music on my phone. Oh, no worries, that's alright, Marilyn. Don't worry about it. I know that too well because my kids are exactly the same. I'm just going to add in a little bit of, hopefully May Green is not too light but it works, 170 May Green, and it's just mainly kind of, yeah, that's not showing up, so I'm going to have to use a darker one. So I'm going to go in with, where's my pine green? Don't want to do too much of it, so I'll change to pine green. So pine green 267. Oh, that's much better. That's coming through now. I'm just going to kind of cast it off from that main sprout here at the top of its head. adding it in a little tiny bit. I'm going to come from the bottom and add a bit in the bottom. You know me, I like to make them look real, so take some aspects of real or realism and add it in. And same down here. And you can also kind of go darker with this if you wanted to, so add a bit more green in different areas. If you wanted to do a bit of green under his eye here, we could. Because pumpkins have impurities and green bits and whatnot everywhere. So that's what we want. Put a bit under this eye here. And then just here, carry this darker green on here. I'm pressing on just a little bit harder for this side, just to green him up a bit more here. There. I downloaded it too, made one for books and one for pencils. I'm actually chatting. Oh, I've read that bit. Oh, bless you, Melissa. Just easy stuff and don't beat yourself up. Love the autumn winter cooking hours. Oh, I love comfort foods. So I'm just going to come in with which one is this one? Dark sepia. And again, I'm just going to run around the bottom of this stalk. Line up a little bit. And then just inside here. And I'm going to move to Van Dyke Brown, which is 176. Because the stalks on these pumpkins are brown. I'm just going to gradually work that up. I mean, I picked the pumpkin up out my car boot yesterday and snapped the stalk off. I was like, whoops. Next up is Bista, 179. Oh, let me just jump back to Van Dyke. I've missed a bit here. And then Bista here. And then our lovely Ivory 103. And just blend all three through with that. And then back to doing inside the mouth, and then I think we call it done then. So where's my little Holbein soft white? I need my little X-Acto knife, but oh, I'll be careful with this because last time I stabbed myself in the arm with it. So, and it just took the lid off. So let me just see if I can get a bit of this off. Oh, trying to get as much as I can out of it. And I've just dropped it. You gone. It is only tiny, but it's that much of an amazing pencil. I will try and get it down as much as I can. So hopefully I'll get this done in the next few minutes. So I'm going to put the soft white here and here. A bit in the nose, and I'm going to do the whole middle section here white. Then we're just going to come back in with a little bit of terracotta 186. We need to make a cookbook. What's dinner, Nana? I love homemade dumplings. Oh, you're making me all starving. I've got to go Asda before I can eat. I'm just going to go in the far corners with all of these with terracotta. I love winter for the hot pots, the stews. Oh, just love this time of year. Dark Cadmium Orange 115. Virtually using the same colours what we've used on the pumpkin itself. Minus a few bits. So on Monday night we were at the Supernatural Diaries team. They're on we're on a ghost hunt at the 30 Easter Ave, which is a house in Pontefract, and it's the film When the Lights Go Out was based in that house. We had some amazing activity in that house last time we went, so we're back there on Monday night. So if you don't follow Supernatural Diaries on Facebook, do follow them. Dark Chrome Yellow 109. I'm not sure if it's being filmed this time, but it's definitely worth looking out for if we are live. I'm using the whites of the paper for where it's the most brightest bit of the glow. And then we're coming in with Cadmium Yellow 107. It definitely would, Nana, wouldn't it? Some concoctions there is. And then I'm just going to mix in a little bit of Ivory 103. That's just to help blend that in. It's going to come in with a tiny bit of burnt sienna. Oops. Burnt sienna 283. I'm just going to go in the very tops up here, like I did on the other one. Just to help with a bit of shadowing. then I just need this because they've gone a bit orange. I'm just going to go in with cadmium yellow and just make them bright yellow. And there you have my 2 pumpkins on my little drawing. Shell, if I was doing this and wanted a black background, how would I keep the web white or silver? It would be very hard. It depends on if you were using markers or anything like that. I think, let me just check whether marker would go over white acrylic paint. Just testing a theory out here. So if you was to use black Posca, does it go over it? Nope. I think it'd be very hard. The only thing I could suggest see, I'm not blacking it out, so I can't do it as an example, but say if I was blacking it out, what I would probably do, if this is the web, for example, and we had a web like this, and then it comes out. This is only, for example, if you was using acrylic paint. I would it's going to be hard with this one, but if I was using a paintbrush, oh, this is coming out really runny. I would kind of leave this is not a very good example of pen to do this with. Let me find a better black. What's my Poscas like in black? Oh, where are my Poscas gone? It's gone walkabout. Here they are. Just see if I can get a bit of control with my Posca pen, because that's gone really runny, that one. I would kind of, so yeah, I would leave like an edge, a very fine edge to the webbing. My big head's not in view there, is it? This is just going off top of my head on a quick question, obviously, and not having much time to think about it. And then when I come along to do the next bit, I would run along that edge. So you're kind of leaving, this is just a quick example. And run under that line. You may feel some black, you may go too close with some, but I wouldn't be too worried. Gosh, my phone's gone off all the time. I'm so sorry, everyone. So I go round like this. Well, this is just at the top of my head, here. There's a kid doing that hiya out there. And then I'd probably use a finer one. So do you see, like, it's leaving the webbing in? And then when that's dry, or lighter background, dot the web with white Posca pen, yeah. Masking fluid, yeah. Then remove a bit of it, just get a tiny brush. So once that's dry, just dab some of that off. I would then just get my white gel pen and I'd fill that section in, what I've left out. And then I can still see the lines that the artist has drawn. In this case, what I drew. That's the simplest off top of my head to grab. And then I'd probably add a bit of metallic silver to it if I wanted it to have a bit of a shine. That's what I would do. These Nana are what I got off Amazon. They're so amazing. The Sunis acrylic paints, they're better than the white Posca. And you get 2 black ones in, and then you get the you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white and 2 black. But there is an American alternative. Ashley found it, but these are called Sonis acrylic painter, fine point quick dry multi-surface. And honestly, that white's amazing. And even Posca pens don't work that good, and they don't squat out, they just stay nice and neat. So that's off the top of my head, Kirsty. That is how I would black out that background. It would be very time consuming, but yeah, that's how I'd do it. And then I'd probably do the bug purple or something so it stood out over the black. But yeah, if you wanted to black the background out, that's how I would attempt that and keep the webbing in. But I think they look amazing, don't they? I love them. Massoon. Oh, can you put in this if not too much trouble? Yeah, let me get it off my Amazon. I can get it off my Amazon really quick and put it in chat. 1 second, let me get it for you. The black I used first time round was this one, but it went a bit runny. But the black I used was obviously a proper Posca, but the white pen is good. So let me just get that thing up. Oh, I'm gonna have to go in a second. If you need to go over to Renee, go on over. I'm just gonna grab this link and then I'll be ending the stream, but as long as the link's in. But thank you everybody for coming along. It's been amazing having you all here. I hope the tutorial is easy to follow. If you have a go, please do tag me in it on Facebook and or Instagram. Well, thank you very much. Thank you everyone for coming. Let me see if it's just going to bring it up, and I can tell you how much I paid for them. I definitely got them off here. I wonder if they've gone. Right, Nana, I'll find them and I'll put them on Discord because for some reason they've gone off my Amazon orders. So, oh, there they are. Share this item. I'll just pop it in my stream. Oh, there they are. It's me playing. So there you go. There's the link. I'll pop it in Discord as well. So happy Halloween, everyone. Hope you have an amazing horror, fun, fantastic Halloween tomorrow, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye, everyone.